Welcome to PopCast, the crowd-sponsored Yo-Yo show. Huge shout out to John Anderson, Doc Lucky, and Taka from Spin Gear, and the rest of my sponsors over on patreon.com/DocPop. Today I am at Dynamo Donuts with Sarah. How you doing, Sarah?
Good. How are you?
I am so excited. Today, as we record this, June 6, 2024, it is...
National Yo-Yo Day.
And of course, this is not a big deal for you. I had to tell you about this because I'm a yo-yoer. But tomorrow is
June 7th, National Donut Day.
National Donut Day. And now, just to be clear here, June 6th, Donald Duncan's birthday. Donald Duncan, creator of Duncan Yo-Yos. We can talk about his history a little later. But National Yo-Yo Day is in honor of Donald Duncan's birthday. It is always June 6th. But National Donut Day moves around?
It does. It's always the first Friday in June.
First Friday in June. I did not do the math on this. I wish I did. It would have been a banger because one of these years, National Yo-Yo Day and National, and that's what this video is for. It's for that day when this happens. I'm gonna be able to pull out this.
Yes.
This is a gift to the internet. So, can you tell us a little bit about the history of National Donut Day?
National Donut Day it's an old one. It's not one of these new fangled national holidays, but it came around. It's a fundraiser for Salvation Army. Mm-hmm. And they started it during the Depression as a fundraiser. And it was kind of a shout out to, I think they were called the Donut Dollies. Mm-hmm. And they were the ladies that during World War I fed the troops. And they made donuts for them because it was easier than serving baked goods.
So they were traveling from the U.S. To Europe,
yep.
And the ingredients they had at hand were donuts. So the dollies were making improvised donuts, but it became, like you said, a fundraiser for the
Salvation
Army.
Yep.
And since then, it has become a little bit more ubiquitous with these guys. Just regular donuts and not Salvation Army, right?
Right.
And there are actually two National Donut Days, but this is the big one?
This is the official one that's been around for a while.
Since we're at Dynamo Donuts, can you tell me a little bit about your space here?
Yes, we've been here in the Mission
15 years.
15 years, almost 16. I was trying to create a donut that I really liked, give it some integrity. So I used all natural ingredients, everything's from scratch. I was just trying to bring back the love of donuts, but with some higher quality ingredients.
You were trying to make your dream donut. What is your personal dream donut?
Well, actually, the vanilla bean. It's has actual vanilla beans in the dough, some orange zest, and then it's not too sweet. I think most of my donuts have a balance between savory and sweet, so they're not overly sweet, and they're not too airy. They have some bite to them and a nice balance of flavors is what I was going for.
I would agree with that. They are not too sweet. I don't like too sweet things. Mm-hmm. And Dynamo Donuts is still like the last of my sweet tooth kind of things, and I think that's because they're milded down. The vanilla is one of my favorites. I got the Linea Boston cream.
Coffee and cream
coffee
is what
and
we're
cream?
calling it.
Yeah. Linea, a local roaster, so you're keeping it local. Is this the Berry Pride?
Berry Pride.
Berry Pride was a banger.
Awesome.
Love that.
Yeah,
one.
that one's for the whole month of June. Just our little Pride donut, little something that has a little elderberry and champagne glaze on fresh berries.
Now I brought some donuts, some yo-yos. Boy, I'm going to keep getting that confused throughout this chat because they're two of my favorite things. Tonight at midnight, I'm going to have a donut while I yo-yo, and then that National Yo-Yo
Maybe
Day
I will too.
donut. Yeah. But I brought some yo-yos. I actually brought the Little Book of Yo-Yo, which is a great beginner yo-yo and a yo-yo comic book that I wrote. And I brought some for your staff as well, some copies for them.
You.
So we're going to go over some yo-yo tricks. Before we do, I wanted to show these two things off. These are Krispy Kreme promo yo-yos from the 1970s. They wooden yo-yos. I found them used. They came like this when I got them, and I was like, yeah, those are really nice bagels.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I had a friend, my buddy John Higbee, shout out John, painted the little sprinkles on them, and that's not what we're going to be using. We're going to be using these guys.
Okay.
So let's get to that. Have you ever yo-yoed before?
Well, it was a couple years ago.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. First thing we're going to go over.
Like
and
40.
Again, these are for anybody watching. These are responsive yo-yos, which are very good for learning how to yo-yo. Responsive yo-yo is basically a yo-yo that if you give it a little tiny tug, it comes back up to your hand. Yo-yos nowadays, these newfangled yo-yos, they actually don't respond. Well, not like you think. So what you just saw, how do you get a yo-yo to come back up to your hand?
You give it a little.
Give it a little tug, right? This one, nada. This is what we call the bind return yo-yo. And so with these guys, you actually have a lot more flexibility in terms of the tricks you can do. There's a higher learning curve to using a yo-yo like this, but once you get that bind, everything else is so much easier. So anyway, we are not going to go over that. We are going to use these Doc Pop yo-yos. And the first thing to do is to note that this loop right here is not movable. It is not like, you can't make it bigger or anything, right? And if you put it on your finger, it would just fall off. So the first thing we're going to do is make a slip knot, which is where you take this, you push this string below, you push it through that hole, and now you've got the sliding knot that will tighten on your finger. So we've got that big loop.
Knot.
And yeah, you're going to take this string and just push part of it through the loop, and now pull just what you just did. Yeah. Now what I like to do is keep my hand out and put that on my middle finger right between these two joints, right there, and then get it tight.
Okay.
Right?
Yep, I got it.
Kind of wind it up. You're doing great so far, Sarah. All right, so the next thing is there's a right and wrong direction for the yo-yo, and it's always going to change. The idea is that you want the string to be wrapped up on the front side. Like you want the yo-yo to be able to unwind this way. So if you hold, you got it. So if you hold your hand out, if you were to give this a throw, it would go out and it would unroll.
Okay.
Now, if you caught it this way, all you have to do is just turn it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So nothing fancy there. All right. So we're ready for our first toss. Let's see that direction.
Okay.
Is it?
It's over.
Right? Yeah, it's great. All right. So the first thing we're gonna do is kind of arm out with the elbow up.
Okay. All the way out.
You can back up if you need.
Okay.
We don't want to hit your beautiful donut table. And what you're gonna do is make a muscle. Yes. Keep that elbow up and keep that elbow and throw it down. Yes. Now, what we want to do now, that's the power throw, right? We just got it going up and down. Now what we want to do is get it to stay sleeping at the bottom of the string.
Okay.
Now because these are very responsive, that's a little tricky. They're easy to get back up. But what we want to do is we want to throw a little harder and cushion the yo-yo when it goes down. So what you can do, you can throw forward and let it swing. And you see how that kind of has like a donut shape to put it in.
I do.
Right? So you can kind of swing forward, right? Let's see if that helps. That's the sleeper. That's the sleeper. Awesome. That's great. Now, this is how we're going to get it back up. Live long and prosper. Yeah. With this.
Okay.
Yeah. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a finger, a ring finger and a middle finger, and put it on either side.
Okay.
Just like that. And you're going to pull up with your right hand and down with your left hand and try to get the yo-yo to spin. Yes. Now what you want to do is try to pop it in the air when it does that. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put that spin on it, but also I'm trying to get it to go boop into the air. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And hey, if you get it started at all, what you can do is try to do this.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Fist bump, yo-yo bump. Yes. Let's see here. We've got that sleeper. Let's work on that sleeper a little more.
Maybe.
Try doing a little harder toss.
Oh, okay.
These are extremely responsive yo-yos, so that totally makes sense what's happening right now.
Okay.
So, boop.
Or around. There.
Quick tug.
I got it.
You got it. You got it.
Okay.
So now, when you're feeling pretty confident, you can kind of like hang out for a second. You hear that kind of whirring sound when it gets a little low. Quick tug. Let's see if you can get a little longer spin. Ah, that's so good. You feeling good?
I do. I'm feeling very confident.
Yes. Good.
My
We're gonna tear that down now. Let's see here. No, what are we gonna do? I got a trick. This is one of my favorite tricks. The elevator. Okay, elevator looks like this. What we're gonna do is toss the hardest toss you can get.
What was that noise?
Excellence. The sound of excellence.
Okay.
Hardest toss you can get, and then you're gonna make kind of a gun with your other hand and lift the string up.
Okay.
And then just kind of go up and down. That's all.
Okay. Okay.
Up, back down, all the way down to the ground. Just lower it down.
Ah!
That's fine. That's fine. That was good. So like generally when you're done, you kind of go up. You go just down.
Oh, done. Okay.
And then give it a tug.
Okay. Up.
That's fine. We're ready for this. Oh yeah,
I feel
right
good.
on. Yes. All right, now it's time for the elevator
Of doom.
The elevator of doom.
Okay.
Just like the elevator.
Okay.
You're just gonna try to catch it.
Oh, from there.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna
Sounded
go
like
up
my scream.
and see if you can catch it.
Ooh.
You might notice I curved my hand in
Okay.
just to kind of catch it. You could also, you know what? You could also do that. It's a little harder.
I feel like I might hurt myself. Elevator of doom. Ooh, something's off there.
This is actually good. You know, you progressed so fast. We skipped over some of this.
Okay.
Sometimes your yo-yo is leaning, right? Like every
Yes,
now and then,
yes.
your yo-yo is sideways. What that means is just that that your hand, at that last second, your hand was leaning that way, or your
Okay.
hand was leaning this way. So if you happen to be a new yo-yoer and you always see the yo-yo leaning to the left,
Mm-hmm.
then that just means try to focus on turning your hand a little bit. You have done such a good job. You skip past that. You're just straight down and up. But if it's sideways like that, if you see a sideways one, best thing to
That's
do
what
is
it is.
just bring it back up and try
Okay.
again. Oh, good. Good toss. Yes. Yes.
I did
Sarah,
it.
thank you so much for yo-yoing with me today. You did great.
Thank you so much. I loved it. And happy National Yo-Yo Day.
Happy National Donut Day to you, too.
Why, thank you.
As a professional yo-yoer, I get asked a lot of yo-yo jokes, a lot of bad, oh, the yo-yos have their ups and downs, right? What are the bad donut jokes you hear all the time?
Bad donut jokes. Well, like time to make the donuts. Everyone says that to me. I'm like, oh, I gotta get going. Time to make the donuts.
Gotta make that dough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hear that a lot.
Yeah, you don't want to glaze over those puns. There's I feel like there's a whole genre, a donut whole genre. No.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out today, Sarah. I
Thank
really
you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
If people want to learn more about Dynamo Donuts, what's the best way to follow you?
On our Instagram, Dynamo Donut, or website, dynamodonut.com.
DynamoDonut.com. Try the Berry Pride if you're here in June. If you're watching this on November 5th, pretend that this is for that holiday and everything you're seeing is like really relevant for the not as good donut day.
Right.
Let's just say it.